Nakoruru is another character that requires no introduction. Being one of the most beloved and iconic characters in fighting games, Nakoruru's canonical entry into KOF 14 was more than welcomed by fans. Seeing she was instantly positioned as a key figure in the current storyline, she's more than guaranteed to return in 15. With numerous appearances across many different games, Nakoruru's path is much like the nature she protects, immensely wondrous and decorated. These are 10 fascinating facts about Nakoruru. Number 1. Honorable Exchange. Samurai Showdown 2019 was already shattering expectations during Season 2 of its DLC as it debuted the series' first ever guest character, the Warden from For Honor. The game would then receive 3 more guest characters, Gong Sung Lee from Honor of Kings, Hibiki Takane from The Last Blade, and a Guilty Gear character whom at the time of recording has yet to be revealed. You're probably wondering, what does this have to do with Nakoruru? A while before Gong Sung Lee appeared in Samsho, Nakoruru had been made a playable guest character in Honor of Kings. A few SNK characters would join her in the China exclusive MOBA, including Mai, Charlotte, Haomaru, and Ukyo. Number 2, some of her other interesting guest appearances. While we're on the topic of guest appearances, she's been in crossovers and loads of mobile games. For the sake of keeping this entry brief, I'll cover 2 of her most interesting appearances. Let's start with the media franchise Grand Blue Fantasy. Yeah, that Grand Blue, the one that threw its hat into the fighting game market last year. Accompanied by Haomaru, Nakoruru made a guest appearance in the RPG game. I personally would have loved to see them in versus, but hey, Nakoruru made her canonical debut in 14, is guaranteed to be in 15, and Haomaru made quite a guest appearance in Soul Calibur 6. Can't complain too much. Finally, let's talk about Nakoruru's guest appearance in Lost Saga, the free-to-play 3D fighting game developed by IO Entertainment. Not only is she playable, but similar to a handful of Smash characters, she has a selectable male variant as well. I couldn't confirm if Mahaha also had a male counterpart, but still, wow. Number 3. Pet Avengers. Speaking of Mahaha, whether Nakoruru is clinging onto her for flight or using her as a projectile, she and Nakoruru make quite the team. What makes this bond all the more special is that it is amongst the first of its kind in fighting games. While there are plenty of fighting game characters known to have pets, Nakoruru is one of the first to ever fight alongside hers in battle. The other character to share that honor with her just so happened to also debut in the first Sam show, Nakoruru's American ninja lover, Galford. Number 4, Neo Geo era developers had no plans to put her in KOF. And why? Because they felt she didn't really fit into the game all that much. That aged well. Despite that sentiment, those same devs actually wanted to include her in KOF. It ultimately didn't happen due to system limitations. This of course will be far from Nakoruru's only time having her invitation to the KOF tournament yanked away by the cruel entities known as deadlines and restrictions. Time constraints resulted in her being scrapped from 95 and 96 when she was set to be on a Samurai Spirits team with co-protagonist Haomaru and lover boy Galford. As we all know, and quite appropriately so, nature's cutest maiden would have her day in the sun. Number 5, the power of popularity. Nakoruru's popularity goes far beyond just the SNK verse. She's made Japanese arcade gaming magazine Gameist's best character list multiple times, with her taking the number 1 spot in 1993. Famitsu placed her 37th on a list of the most popular video game heroines of the 1990s, being one of 3 non-Capcom fighting game characters on there. This worldwide popularity was the very thing that brought about Nakoruru's appearance in 14. While she has been in a couple of KOF games before, it was 14 that marked her official entry into the game's lore. Not only is Nakoruru a hero in Samsho and KOF, but she's also something of a real-life hero. She's one of the faces of the social action program, the Nakoruru and Terry Club. This non-profit program was created by SNK Playmore on May 9th, 2004 to support and inspire children to reach for a better future. The 2 eponymous mascots symbolize the ideas in the program's mission statement, with Nakoruru representing environmentalism. An image of her praying was even used to support the victims of the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. Number 6, Oda and company were surprised at her popularity. All that love and praise for Nakoruru we just talked about apparently had SNK spitting out their cereal. According to producer Yasuki Oda, no one in the company expected people all over the world to fall in love with the cute little bird girl. A lot of characters at that time are popular because of their sexiness, he said, but Nakoruru doesn't show a lot of skin. I mean, I kinda get where he's coming from. Just look at Mai, Shermie, Angel, Leona, Vanessa, Blue Mary, and even a relatively newer character like Luong. While Nakoruru looks younger than those other women, she still has quite a unique charm. I mean, she sure cast a hell of a spell on Galford. Okay, I'll stop picking on the guy, okay? Next entry. Number 7, the Monkey Botch. Finally a fact about stages. This little discovery came courtesy of some animal-savvy, eagle-eyed fans. In an interview with Polygon, when asked were there any details in the original Sam Show's stages that were special to him, background designer Tomoaki Fukui recalled a contradiction in Nakoruru's stage. The stage was based in her birthplace, the village of Kamui-Kotan, which is located in Hokkaido. Many animals can be seen in the background: bears, horses, wolves, deer, squirrels, and most confusing of all, monkeys. It turns out that there are no monkeys in Hokkaido. Many fans knew this before they played Sam Show, and they let Fukui know. He tried to explain the contradiction away by claiming that the animals are so drawn to Nakoruru that even non-resident animals followed her home. Seeing how likable she is, I would have bought it. Number 8, Mahaha. If you managed to make it up to this point without going into the comment section and being all like, "It's Mama Haha, you dingle fart,"
Delete your channel!
You clearly don't know about the coolest bird of all time.
your channel's not official then. Well, congratulations on being sharper and more patient than the average YouTube user. For those of you who did go in the comments before this entry to try to correct me, I'll have you know that it wasn't me that made that mistake, it was MTV. I'm totally not kidding. In an MTV.com article asking readers to help them name the greatest bird in video game history, Nakoruru's longtime companion was listed as Mahaha. To be fair, I'm sure someone who is not familiar with Mamahaha who hears someone quickly rattle off her name for the first time would probably have misheard it one way or another. When I was a kid, I used to think it was Mamaha. Number 9, she wasn't directly modeled after a specific existing fictional character. Well, that's a rarity. Nakoruru was instead based on the Ainu people. Her bond with nature is inspired by the Japanese perception of said people having a strong connection to nature. Now, don't misread this fact, because there's still quite a number of anime and manga that influenced her design. One such character is from the 1968 film The Great Adventure of Horus, Prince of the Sun. Like Nakoruru, the film also includes elements clearly inspired by the Ainu people. Another such series that portrays the Ainu people is the Dagger of Kamui series, which may additionally have influenced Nakoruru's design. There's even influence from a series that isn't based on the Ainu people, Sailor Moon. The developers admitted that Nakoruru's phrase, "This is nature's punishment," was inspired by Sailor Moon's catchphrase, "In the name of the moon, I punish you." Number 10, a very special resurrection. This one is a little bit tricky, but pay close attention, stick with me. So, in Samurai Shodown 2, Nakoruru sacrificed her life to restore nature's balance and become one with nature itself in her ending. Come Samurai Shodown 3, she's totally back and alive again. When you consider the official canon Sam Show timeline, that Sam Show 3 Resurrection actually makes sense, seeing that 3 precedes 2. It would be in Sam Show 64 that her death was retconned, as she returned in that game as well. When you consider the release dates of the Sam Show games, this is arguably the first instance of a fighting game character making a playable return after being killed off. The only other fighting game character to be killed off roughly around the same time is Mortal Kombat's Johnny Cage in MK3. However, he wouldn't return to a mainline MK game until MK4. Yes, I know he was in Trilogy, but so was damn near everybody. Though retcons usually tend to be polarizing, I'm sure that many Nakoruru fans were happy that SNK balked at keeping nature's sweetheart off of the Sam Show roster. And that's that. Know any other cool facts about Nakoruru? I'm pretty sure there's many out there. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos in the future. And in customary fashion, peep the pinned comment below to vote on the next character that I cover in this series. Thank you all for being patient with me. It's been quite a busy couple of weeks. If you know, you know. If you don't, you'll probably figure it out soon. And one more thing before I go. Sorry to say it because it's been a wild couple of weeks, but there will not be a shattering episode this weekend either. Siren is away at a convention. However, now that I've finished this video right here, I will actually be able to stream this Saturday. So if you want me to play something specific between Strive or 2002 UM, let me know in the comments. If I have another Strive night, I'm thinking of having it to where you all pick my character for me, you know, do something a little bit different, have a little bit of random fun. Also, since I have Strive on PC, and that's also where I have 2002 UM, I can actually stream from there instead of PS4, that way the stream doesn't get shut down every time I switch games. So there you have it. I'll put out a video on my main channel before I go live, and I'll direct you all to my stream channel. If you haven't subbed to the stream channel and you like the Shattering or my streams, subscribe to make sure you don't miss anything. But yeah, that's basically it. And as always, take care, be safe out there. See ya.